Breaking news! This is a special report on the terrorist organization Al-Qaeda!
Hey, whoa there! So, everyone's been asking this burning question. Who is Al-Qaeda? Well, the best way to answer this question is to ask, what is Al-Qaeda? So, Al-Qaeda, meaning the base, is an Arabic transnationalist terrorist organization founded by Osama bin Laden in the late 1980s. Comprised of many militant Islamists, Al-Qaeda gained global notoriety for its involvement in several terrorist attacks, most notably its involvement in September 11th in the United States. So, bin Laden and other key pivotal leaders such as Ayman al-Zawahiri played pivotal roles in shaping the organization's ideology. They focused on the establishment of Islamic states governed by their interpretation of Sharia law. Passing this law often included violence.
Okay, now let's talk about exactly what Al-Qaeda did. Al-Qaeda pursued its political objectives through the use of violence, viewing it as a means to challenge perceived injustices and advance their extremist ideology. The organization's core goals included the establishment of Islamic states, the removal of Western influence from Muslim-majority regions, and the imposition of their version of Islamic law. The 1998 bombings of the U.S. embassies in Kenya and Tanzania marked early instances of Al-Qaeda's use of violence to convey their political message. However, the most devastating and globally significant act was the September 11, 2001 terrorist attack on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. These attacks were orchestrated to strike a blow against what Al-Qaeda perceived as Western imperialism and to enlist fear on a global scale.
Now, what was the global reach of Al-Qaeda? While originally rooted in Afghanistan, Al-Qaeda expanded its reach globally, establishing cells and affiliates in various countries. The organization sought to exploit regional conflicts, capitalizing on political instability and local grievances to gain support for its radical agenda. Its decentralized structure allowed it to adapt to different environments and operate in a covert manner. Al-Qaeda's involvement extended to conflicts in regions such as Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and Africa, fostering alliances with local extremist groups. The organization's ability to transcend national borders showcased its intent to pursue political goals beyond specific geographic boundaries.
So, when was Al-Qaeda active? Well, surprisingly enough, the timeline of Al-Qaeda's activities actually spans as far back as I mentioned before, in the 1980s, all the way to the present day. Significant events such as the Soviet and Afghan War led to Al-Qaeda's emergence as a force against the Soviet Union. In the 1990s, we see following that a series of attacks that actually led to the rise of Al-Qaeda as a power, which then led up to September 11th. In the subsequent years, there are many global responses on how to handle Al-Qaeda and terrorism. Of all people, the United States led an invasion in Afghanistan in 2001 to dismantle the Taliban regime that was harboring Osama bin Laden. So despite the death of Osama bin Laden in 2011, Al-Qaeda has continued to persist and try to pursue its political goals through the use of violence. The most recent development in Al-Qaeda's timeline is the death of Ayman al-Zawahiri, who was killed in 2022 by a U.S. drone strike. Fortunately, that is all we've heard of them so far.
And now some footage from the drone strike! Before we tune out, here is some live footage of Bin Laden while he was in Haiti.
Can't read mine, no you can't read my poker face. read my poker face. Can read my, no you can read my poker face.
Isn't that sick? Thank you for watching and have a great day.